No mai haere mai, welcome to 3 News. An elderly Christchurch man says he was fortunate he'd just finished his gardening just minutes before after an oak tree the size of a tennis court was torn from the ground and crashed onto his home. The wild winds were matched by searing heat on a day of extreme weather across the Motu that saw temperature records threatened in Hawke's Bay. Senior reporter Juliet Speedy has the story.
A frightening morning for the elderly Christchurch couple who own this house. Extreme gusts brought down this 23-metre-long oak tree, smashing through their garage and onto their large old home. A terrifyingly narrow escape for owner Bill Hainstock, who just minutes before was standing in his front garden.
That's where I was standing, watering some flowers.
Just before it happened?
Yeah, 5 minutes before.
He went inside for a hot cuppa when he heard the noise.
It sounded like you can describe it as a bomb going off.
Power was cut to parts of the street and Bill and his wife are now sizing up the damage.
My estimate, if you want an estimate, which is quite unprofessional, is $50,000 to damage there.
Neighbours on the tree-lined street are now worried about the trees in front of their homes. These oaks were planted nearly 80 years ago as a World War II memorial. Extreme winds and hot temperatures hit many areas, including Christchurch and Hawke's Bay today.
And what do you think of this weather?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And some of those speeds that we've seen in the Canterbury High Country, we've seen wind speeds of about 139 kilometers per hour, and also down towards that Christchurch and Banks Peninsula area, we've seen very strong winds today.
Hawke's Bay, the hottest in the country. Napier sizzled at over 35 degrees.
We've got perfect conditions here right now, really, for fire. Incredibly hot. It's about midday now, or heading towards, and we're already at 33 degrees, predicted to go to 37. And on top of that, we've got wind and a yellow wind warning signalled for later today. So we're dry, we're hot, and there's wind. So it's a time that we need to be very cautious as a community.
Unusual even for Hawke's Bay, which is already very dry.
The main thing we're worried about is actually the community taking it seriously too, in terms of their health. So we're really asking people, stay out of the heat, hydrate, look out for vulnerable people.
The burst of heat took hold around much of the country. Aucklanders flocking to the beach.
I tell you what, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else, you wouldn't want to be inside, and this is what a New Zealand summer's all about. It's so good to see all the families, all the happy people, and the water's beautiful.
Well, it's absolutely amazing, isn't it? The sun's come out, 30 degrees. Got friends over from the UK, so this is much better than an English winter, I'd say.
We're just making sure we stay by the breeze and then otherwise going into the shade.
Met Service says this is summer peaking.
Possibly our hottest day of the summer so far for many areas. We've even seen top-end January temperatures, especially in eastern parts of the country, places like Bay of Plenty, places like Northland, as well as Hawke's Bay. So definitely a very hot day today.
Meanwhile, Bill and his wife are recovering from their dramatic morning.
I'm pretty tough. I'm from the old school, and she's very feminine. She was shaking for a while because her heart was pounding.
One giant oak down and an entire country feeling the heat.